You've got a tier list for
I do
us,
have a tier
and
list.
we need your input, friends.
Let me set the tier list up a little bit.
Let's do
okay.
it.
Here's
Yeah.
the scenario. Right. It is late at night. You're coming home from an estate sale or a game hunt or a place where you have acquired a console.
Okay.
And you encounter all alone on a dark alley a unscrupulous-looking vagrant with a knife.
Oh, jeez.
And he's going to rob you. He says, "Give me everything you got."
Ouch.
Now, you are holding the console that you got from this sale.
Wow.
And you have to defend yourself. And so we are going to do our tier maker of which console is going to be the best to defend yourself.
This
from the consoles for the past
Josh,
40 years.
This is the content that people signed up for. You were like, should we get into deep philosophical questions, psychological analysis? No. We need to know this very important question.
What? And so, of course, our tiers are never quite, normal tiers. So we have, we're going to start at the top.
Okay.
The console that hits this, it is a flawless victory. You know a flawless victory from Street Fighter, right? Or any of the other ones.
you just mixed up Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a perfect. Okay, so it's perfect, but
wow.
flawless victory.
Everybody, give Josh a little shade.
I
in the comments.
I don't play any of those games.
Yeah. Okay.
So this, whatever console's here, it was perfect. You took no damage on your health bar, and the vagrant is lying down crying about it.
Okay.
And you've got your console. Now, next level from that is threat neutralized.
All right.
That just means you got away, but who knows what happened? Maybe the console doesn't even survive, but it served its function.
Okay.
And then we have ouchies on both sides.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So that means, it could be a draw, right? And then our final one is Omewa Moeshindaru, which, of course, you know as...
I want you to say it.
As the biggest Fist of the North Star fan I know.
Well, I've been saying it all day. I feel
Omewa
like you should say it.
Moeshindaru.
You should say it. I've been saying it all day.
Of course. Who? I'm going to see. Somebody's got it, right? Somebody has said, "What? You guys know what Omewa Moeshindaru means, right? Does anybody?" It basically means you are already dead.
Okay.
So it's what Fist of the North Star. That's what he says after he does his billion punch.
I know, because I've said that like 100 times to you already today.
Yeah, you already
okay.
said
All right, let's
so
go
it's
to the first
basically
console.
this console is useless, and you are already dead.
All right, let's start.
All right, so I'm gonna avoid the obvious, and I'm gonna go with the PSX.
Yeah.
Now, the PSX does have like this cylindrical sort of nature to it, almost like a shield.
Yeah.
But it's pretty small.
Yeah.
And the plastic is not very thick.
Yeah.
This is a light console. When you pick up one of those, it's pretty light.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think that the PlayStation X is a ouchies on both sides situation.
I'm gonna raise it up a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, there's a secret weapon here. That lid is really secure when it's locked down.
Okay.
Very easy to open that. The knife comes at you. Boom. You capture that right in there.
Kind of like some sort of psi situation, like it's a defensive disarming.
More like a pancake maker.
Okay.
Do
you think that PSX is the console with the most powerful
hatch?
The most powerful hatch?
Yeah, because it's large.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I'm gonna give.
Is there a console on here that has maybe there isn't one
good
that has
grip
a more
on that
powerful,
too? I mean,
right.
the sides are nice.
Sure.
It's not gonna slip out of your hands as easy as some of the other ones. So.
All right, so you want to say threat neutralized?
Yeah.
You may not walk away with the PSX, but you're not in danger of being.
There's
stabbed.
only one console out of this whole lineup that you walk away with. Doesn't matter how damaged it gets, it still works.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's
there's a couple that I think are in top tier, but all right. So tell me, what are you bringing in?
Let's do. I got a Nintendo Wii. I'm bringing it back to Porchman and the Camel Crew. I'm very excited about this moment, but here comes the knife. I think that I'm.
Where's the Nintendo Wii in here?
It's the first one.
Oh, the Wii, not the Wii U.
Yeah.
Okay. Wii U is pretty small.
Yeah, Ome Washindaru. I wanted to defend me, but I got something the size of a DVD case.
Correct.
I do think that if I have the controllers, the nunchucks, I can transform those into the actual nunchucks. Yeah.
But this is the console, not the controllers.
Yeah, I think...
You think you're dead?
I think I'm dead.
Yeah, okay. All right. I love it that some people did know that before I even mentioned it. Okay, so again, I'm going to avoid what I know is that. Let's talk about your beloved, right? The N64.
Oh,
right?
The N64.
So the N64 is kind of big.
Yeah.
It's got...
Yeah, it's kind of stuck in there.
It's got some heft. It's kind of hollow, though.
Well...
Like it
huge advantage on the N64 over the other consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battery power's out in the back, I'm assuming, in this situation, because the seller, when they sold it to me, separated everything into little tiny bags, so I just have the console.
Okay, right.
Your fingers can go right into that slot on the top, and it's perfectly gripped. I think you're knocking that guy in the head.
So you're thinking
if you got an expansion pack in there, you get a little more power.
You're thinking this is a Hulk situation where he takes a car and turns him into gloves.
I think he's just like it's just like you just grab it.
Now you have a super fist.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think that's a threat neutralized, or do you think that you?
I think that's a flawless victory because I can get a strike in with more control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
Plus, I'm always going to say anything nice I can about.
I'm sorry. Just putting N64 in any top of anything is.
Yeah. It's hard for you.
I might vomit.
Yeah. Well.
I think that it needs to. I would feel okay. Well, let's just sit on that. All right. Okay.
Good.
Why don't you pick one?
It's Panasonic 3DO.
You got to help me. I don't have the greatest eyes. Which one is that?
I'm just going in order. Top.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. I think that's the 3DO.
That's pretty big, right?
It's big and bulky. I think you got ouchies on both sides because I think the moment that you hit someone with that thing, it's falling apart.
Yeah, does it explode into shrapnel?
It's a very unstable console.
Okay.
Does not work. Lasers are broken all the time.
But you probably end up doing as much damage to yourself as the other person. So you're now not in danger other than the danger you put yourself in.
Yeah, and I think just the way that it disintegrates in the palm of your hand, this is just not a good self-defense moment for you.
Okay. Also, I think we're green the whole time, so
that's great.
Looking pretty good.
I love it.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about the PS. I think this is the PS3, right?
Yeah.
The PS3?
No, that looks like an Xbox 360 with a Kinect.
An Xbox One, right?
Oh, an Xbox One with a Kinect. Yeah.
Let's do that. Does the Kinect count when you buy an Xbox One right now?
Depends on which one you get.
Oh.
First of all, I can't answer this one because I would not buy an Xbox One at an estate sale. So I'm going to say that I would never be in this scenario.
Can I ask you, out of the ones you do see that you pass on, how many are coming with a Kinect?
Almost none.
Almost none.
Almost none.
So let's say that you can't guarantee that the Kinect is there, right? Let's say this is just the Xbox
One
console. Just the
console.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big brick.
Yes.
It's like Xbox original status, right?
But you got to think, you as a defense mechanism, it's excellent. It's going
to
be a 10 out of 10.
It's sturdy. The knife will go in and probably not be able to come back out, and it's big enough that it'll absorb all the blade.
You can neutralize the attack. That's true, but when it's time for you to attack back...
You're going to throw your shoulder out.
You're out. So I think it's ouchies on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think that's correct. All right.
Boom.
Give me one. What do you think?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to order the Jaguar. The Jaguar. The Jaguar, I don't have enough knowledge of this console or platform. No. So I'm going to just say threat neutralized because it's called the Jaguar, which I assume means it's a very offensive-friendly console.
I think you're in trouble if you're wielding a Jaguar.
Yeah,
because isn't it the plastic pretty isn't that thing kind of Fisher Price?
I've honestly never played.
Have you never? I don't even know if I've ever held or touched one.
Never. Yeah. So I'm just going to say
maybe we should banish this one to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's good. Ouchies on both sides. Sure. Yeah.
I was going to add a new column called the Shadow Realm.
Let's see what the people
say. It goes to the Shadow Realm.
Raise your hand if you've ever used a Kinect with the Xbox One. You ever see Ghost Adventures crew using the Kinect? Yes. No. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's go with the next one, Josh. How about the Sega Dreamcast, I believe.
Hold on, I'm putting the Jaguar in the Shadow Realm.
Oh, good.
It just doesn't. We don't know enough.
Producer Josh putting that tier in right
I
away.
just threw it in there.
Sega Dreamcast. I think this is a slight step up from the Nintendo Wii. I'm gonna say ouchies on both sides because it's a little larger. It's a little bulkier.
It is a little bulkier
than the Wii.
Good trap on it.
Amazing trap on it.
That's got an amazing, good trap.
Yeah, in fact, it's got more mobility than the PS1. I think and the grip on the back is.
So do you
easy.
think threat neutralized?
I'm gonna say ouchies on both sides. Though it's still small.
It is small.
Yeah.
Also, it's if you add the controller, I would be willing to say that you probably have a much better chance because that thing's like a Japanese weapon.
It absolutely is.
It's like one of the thing that like
I believe that was part of its original design intention.
It's like it's like the schoolgirl that they fight on Kill Bill with that big spike ball. That's kind of what the controller could be.
Makes sense.
But you don't get that. You just have the console. So you're saying ouchies?
I'm saying ouchies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of ouchies.
GameCube.
Okay, well, I was saving this one for last because I think this is far and away the most powerful weapon.
Flawless victory all day.
It has got a handle.
Done.
And you just swing it as if you were a kid with a lunchbox up against a bully.
Think of those Ninja Turtles, right? You got Raphael with those sais, and you're like, what are those tiny little swords going to do? But you know how to wield them. You're a dangerous threat, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And the thing is, with the GameCube, I'm assuming I'm getting 2 of these at this estate sale.
Yeah,
so
I was
going to
have
one in both hands, and I'm just going to it's the
you're
only
like
console
a
on this
robot
list.
at that point. If you have 2 GameCube's handles in your hands,
That's it.
you can do anything.
It's literally
Climb straight up the wall.
I don't know if you noticed this, but on the back of the original retail box, it says, if you are ever in a self-defense situation, this is the console you should be having.
Please do not hesitate to
That was
wield
one of
this
the
weapon.
launch features that they had.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that goes way ahead of the
Nintendo
N64.
keeping people protected. PlayStation?
Kind of.
little
Well,
unreliable.
I don't know. One of them killed you.
Oh,
but
How
all right.
about the NES?
The NES, the original NES.
Same situation as Nintendo for me. I can reach into that opening slot and grab it. Problem is, it's very hollow.
It's very hollow.
Very hollow.
Like I feel like it will break as you're swinging it on your hand and cut your hand up.
Yes.
So I think that you don't. I don't think this helps you win at all. I think you lose.
You're going that low?
I think so.
Okay,
Because I think
I'll
it's
concede
gone
that.
before it has even hit the guy.
I'll concede that.
Yeah, I think it's Fist of the North Star there.
Okay.
All right, so this is the the European Super Nintendo? Is this
No,
this-
that's the Super Famicom, Josh.
Oh, that's the Super Fam. Oh, you're right. I thought the Super Famicom had the red and is that the original Famicom?
The original Famicom does.
Is red and grayish.
I've never played or used a Super Famicom before, but I know what they look like. I'm going to say let's not vote on that one. Let's assume that we don't come across
Is there a English? Is there an American Super Nintendo on here?
We can just synonym it for the Super Nintendo.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just do that.
Sure.
That's a Super Nintendo.
That's okay. It's a SNES.
I'm going to say Omewa
Moe
Shindoru.
Shindoru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
You think that you're not.
The console slot tray is right in the middle.
Yeah.
No easy grip.
It's a bit sturdier of plastic, but not that much.
Not much.
Not much.
No.
Okay. I agree. I'm not gonna fight for that. Yeah. This is the Swintendo niche. I mean Nintendo Switch.
Do you have the dock with you or just the
Well,
console?
you tell me, buddy. When you're buying a Switch, what are you getting? How often is it just the tablet portion?
You guys comment here. How often when you're finding Switches out there, do you find just the tablet part? And I'm assuming this is a regular Switch. Let's say an OLED Switch, not the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is a Omewa Moeshindru.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're
because
already dead.
It's just...
What are you going to do with
it?
it?
It might be like a razor blade,
You
though.
could maybe fling it like a throwing star.
That's it. Let's
But-
ouchies on both sides.
Yeah, because I don't know if that's... You would have to be bullseye to do that, like a kill shot with that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're... But you could maybe knock the knife out, and now it's just a punch fight. right?
Absolutely.
Which then, if you also got those GameCubes, that guy is dead.
I got to tell you, Josh sprung this tier list on me, and I'm thinking of these consoles in ways I never have before. So I appreciate
To be
that.
fair, you did come up with this idea out of your a list of ideas you sent me.
Did I? Was this one of mine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So don't give me too much credit.
Oh.
I didn't have to say that, but I did.
I don't remember doing that, but I'm glad I did.
You did. You did. I mean,
right.
maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But
right.
I don't think I am. All right. What is this? I can't tell. I don't know what this thing is. Let's go to the Sega Genesis.
By the way, JRPG Life says, how did the N64 even make it onto the board? How the heck is 3D on the middle? Guys,
Dude,
just
this is what I'm saying.
Oh, hold on. They're reading the title of ranked consoles with us, but we're ranking them in a self-defense situation.
Oh, right.
Not the consoles themselves.
No, this is ranked consoles in terms of how well they would help defend you against a knife man.
Oh, man.
A guy from Double Dragon who picked up one of the knives and is... Wait, is it Double Dragon where they just run at you, or is it Final Fight where they just run at you with the knife?
I don't remember.
I think it's Final Fight.
I think it's Final Fight. I don't think it's Double Dragon.
So it's a Final Fight guy. He's running right at you with the knife.
By the way, I got love from DC Fat Cat. He says, my argument about the jumper pack for the N64 is super powerful. I agree.
I still disagree.
DC Fat Cat and I think we're kindred spirits.
All right, let's skip around here to the ones I know. Let's talk about the PS3.
PS3.
That is a big boy.
Yeah, okay. That's a threat neutralized because there's a slight problem.
Yes.
If you miss contact with that one,
yes,
it's out of your hands and it's gone. You get one shot.
You got
only.
one shot.
So
this is classic in an action game where you get to pick your weapon, and there's the one weapon that is super slow but super powerful.
That's it.
But so you have to be like, hey, I better hit when I hit because I'm not going to get the second chance. This is a strength build in like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So if you can do it, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah, but if you miss, you're in some trouble.
Easily. Yep.
Also, that's definitely a console that if you swing it wrong, I feel like you could like dislocate your own shoulder.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, hold on. Southeast Game Exchange is on right now. They've invited us to be special guests at the expo. Everyone, give some love to Southeast Game Exchange. We're excited to see you. And Art Grant, which I almost read as Amy Grant, says you need a bunch of Game Boys to throw like ninja stars at the intruder.
Baby.
Which is great. We didn't put handheld consoles on here, but I would.
We didn't. I had a list that had that. It was so long.
Yeah.
So I was like, we could do handhelds another time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
JRPG that said, okay, N64 is at number one. It's just out of their desire to throw it. That's
correct. Yeah, that's mine. I personally, I'd put it in the Shadow Realm, but
you're right. You dangle this in front of me. It's like a set of keys to a cat. Get it out of my hands.
It is.
All right, go to the next one. Let's go. Let's keep going. We got cookies.
How about the Wii U?
The Wii U is a dual wielding machine.
Because you're
good
never going to be walking with just just one half.
Here's
right?
what I do. I hold the screen to defend myself.
Okay.
And then I use the console to whack him in the head. That's a flawless victory.
No.
Yeah. It is
no.
For me.
No. Here's why. One, that tablet is the worst shield that would ever be invented.
According to you.
It's pretty Fisher Price.
I can't go there.
Two, you are now ascribing a level of like fighting prowess to yourself that I just don't think any of us have for like dual wielding weapon.
First of all,
like you got to have the expertise.
I've never been in better shape in my life as I am right now. Like I have more shape to me.
When was
than I've
the
ever
last
had.
time you got in a fight where you had two independent weapons?
Countless amount of times, Josh. Let's go back to
I think it's a threat neutralized.
You got to go back to grade school days for me on that. That's how far back it goes.
Even as a kid,
I was a very confused kid.
You would, you find a perfect stick, right? And it's a sword.
Yeah.
But I never had a shield.
No,
I always just had the sword.
Thinking of these always in tandem with one another to work to my advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say threat neutralized just so we can put it. We can agree to disagree.
All right, that's fine.
But I do think that your methodology will work out. I think it'll be as clean.
I'm just glad that we agreed on GameCube.
Yes. Yeah. I was going to put, as much as I don't want to play that thing, I would love to smack somebody in the head with it.
It's a great console,
It's probably
Josh.
the best use for the GameCube I could come up with.
How dare you?
Just take out an attacker.
Couple more. Let's do it.
How about the 360?
360.
Now let's do like launch 360 too.
Flawless victory.
You think so?
Yeah, it has a super weapon called the Red Ring of Death. So you use that.
It just torches them.
It's you don't know the powers
You know,
of the 360.
you also-
This is an as of yet unlocked feature
Yeah.
that Microsoft intended, but it got translated into this thing where all our consoles broke. So people don't care about the 360 anyway. They've been damaged, they've been beaten, they've been dropped.
That's true.
They still hold up. Flawless victory.
There's some girth to it too.
There is.
It's a beefy, but also if you got an old one with a hard drive on it.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you've got a detachable like grenade, right? that
You
can
were
toss
just
at
a
'em.
moment ago chastising me for the dual wielding situation, and now you're bringing it up as an advantage, sir.
No, that's not dual wielding. To
Yeah, it
just
is.
throw something is not dual
See,
wielding
look,
it.
1, 2. What about this? Hold on, 2 hands. Give me a second, guy. You detach it. It's kind of stuck. You get it
No.
out, and then you throw it. And then he's like, "Why are you throwing a piece of plastic at me? You're dead."
No, you still have your weapon with you. It is much
I think you
easier
use
to
it
throw
in a
something than it
self-defense
is
situation to strike from that part of
All
the
right.
console.
Well, listen, it's right up there.
It's we're in agreement.
Where it belongs.
All right.
What about the Xbox Series 1X, Series S, X series?
I think I accidentally drop it. It shatters on the floor. I'm saying Omewa
Moeshindaru.
Yeah.
Okay, so Siri, stop listening.
It's your phone.
Oh, it is my phone. No. It was your computer, but my phone picked up with me yelling at it. Whoops. All right. Tell me about. I don't own a Series X. Stop.
Let's try again.
Tell me about the Series X. Oh, that's why.
What?
I'm saying the word the part of the X before, and
Got
she's
it.
picking it up.
Okay. All right.
All right. So the Xbox stupid X.
Yeah.
Is that a heavy console? I don't.
It's
think
pretty bulky. It's pretty heavy.
It's pretty like.
Yeah.
It's
Got a
like
lot of-
It's like a monolith, right? Like
is.
it's just a big brick.
But it's perfectly square, I think. So
Yes.
there's not a good way to get a grip on it.
Okay.
That's why I think I pick it up and I fumble it.
And then you drop it.
Have you heard? I want to say Gabriel Iglesias joke about the Raiders, by the way, on this.
I don't listen to a lot of football jokes.
Okay. Well, he was doing a comedy bit at a show,
Okay.
and he makes a joke about the Raiders,
Yeah.
and it turns
Gabriel,
out
the singer?
no, he's the comedian Fluffy. He's
Who
so,
am I
super
thinking
funny.
of?
There's a
Julio
Gabriel,
Iglesias.
and yeah, but so the joke goes,
Okay.
he's telling everyone in the audience about being God, what was it? He makes a joke about the Raiders, right? And essentially there's Raiders in the audience, and the Raiders in the audience after the show, he's walking up to his bus or whatever, and two of them get to the backstage. They grab him. They put him up against the wall, but they fumble him and he gets away. Sorry for any Raiders fans
I'm
out there. I
assuming-
just think the joke's funny.
That is a fun joke. Okay. Well, so we put it there. Let's talk about then the Xbox's great grandfather.
I watched an X-Play episode where they dropped an original Xbox off of like the second story of a building, and it still played afterwards. That thing is a tank. It's surviving anything that you throw at it, but it's heavy.
I think you could build houses out of this.
You can build. That's
Yeah.
actually something that's been done before.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna say.
Do you think you can get away with a flawless victory just by holding it? Like, be like, hey, whatever you're gonna do, you have to get through this.
Oh wow, there you
Yep,
go again,
yep,
guy.
yep.
Sure, bud.
Yep.
Whatever. Yeah.
There's a capacitor on this that's about to explode. I'm just gonna hold it near your face like a claymore.
That's incredibly graphic.
It is.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say I'm not feeling that part of it. I want to defend myself, not
Oh, I see.
go the
I see.
distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also don't want to get demonetized here
Right.
on YouTube.
Right.
So,
I gotcha.
so this is all, YouTube. If you're listening, YouTube gods, this is all a self-defense scenario.
Correct.
Right.
We were being attacked.
Thank you.
They're coming right at us.
Yeah. So
Gotta
I'm going to
thin
say
out the
threat
numbers.
neutralized, but that
Okay.
Xbox goes through the ringer, and you're still playing Halo 2
But
afterwards.
so not only do you get away,
Yeah.
and that thing took some hits, you're still plugging it in, and it's like, I'm fine.
Boom, boom.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What about the PlayStation? Is this the PlayStation 2?
That's
I think it
basically
is.
that's the fat.
This is the PS2 fat.
I really
original,
like this. I think
right?
it's a threat neutralized for me because I got a good grip on it. It's going to do really good. Unfortunately, they're just terribly unreliable as consoles. And
But
so,
I think great as a big block. right?
Well, one end of it's really fat. The other end's a little thinner. Easy grip to swing.
You don't think that belongs in Flawless Victory? You don't
Yeah,
think
I could put it there. Let's put it in Flawless
I think
Victory.
so, and
Yeah.
we could definitely put it ahead.
There's
of
an
that.
important question we're going to ask at the end of this segment, Josh, which is we're ranking them as self-defense, but when we look at them and transform this list into, how about like as actual fun consoles, does that list correlate?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not? Okay,
It
so
does not. 100%.
let's keep going. We haven't even gotten to Sega yet.
PlayStation 5.
Omawa
Moeshinderu? Really? You
Yeah,
think so?
that thing's too big, too bulky.
It's too big, too bulky, but then really just made of plastic flaps, and it's like.
No, I mean maybe you could detach them and like swing those, but then they're just.
But
so
those aren't
thin.
going to do
Yeah,
anything.
I think.
Okay, well,
think it's a
that's
no
too
thanks.
bad.
Yeah.
You're already dead, huh?
So long.
All right, Sega. Let's talk. So this
Start
is
with the Master System.
Is this the Master System?
No, that's a Genesis.
I cannot see these.
Master System has the little red on it.
This
there.
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Master System's thin, hollow.
Is this
I
like
think
NES
ouchies,
territory?
Yeah, I think ouchies on both sides.
Okay.
I don't think I'm dying on this one because it still has bulk to it.
Okay.
But
It actually does a little better than the NES.
Yeah, it does a little better than the
Okay.
NES for me.
So this is a Genesis, right?
I think that's a Genesis with the Sega CD attachment on the bottom of it.
This is
if
a
you want just a straight Genesis, I think that's the one you're looking at there. That's exactly what that is. I'm going to say ouchies on both sides. I'm going to say threat neutralized,
Really?
actually. It's a little bit, it's got a little more innards to it.
It seems a little more solid than for the time.
And we're talking Model 1 Genesis here, not
Right,
Model
correct,
2. Model 3,
correct.
forget it. Shadow
Yeah.
Realm, actually.
We all
Model 3.
know what you're talking about when you say that too.
The Model 3?
Like all of us here
Yeah.
know for sure
Yeah.
the different models of the Genesis.
Yeah.
Like that is absolutely not something that either of us is hearing for the first time right now.
Yes.
It is both knowledge that we both have
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you say the Model T? The what?
Model 1.
Model 1. Okay.
There's three models.
I
of the
know
Sega Genesis.
this,
Yeah.
and you know this. We both know
Obviously,
this.
yeah.
Very clearly.
Let's put Model 1.
None of us are learning things for the first time right now.
No.
Neither of us.
Yeah, you're scaring me. But
Okay, I'm just
but
saying.
Yeah, Model 1,
I
Sega
know
Genesis.
that there were 3 of those.
Yeah, you
for
do.
sure, and
For
I
sure.
know what they look like.
Yep, you do. That's why we keep repeating this. Yep. Go, so throw that in the threat neutralized.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to there.
Okay.
Let's check in with our comments. We got to check in with the comments, Josh. We got 44 of them.
You. I
PS5's
think
too.
your eye was twitching probably from how many comments have come in that you haven't looked at.
Yeah. Let's see. Obviously, all of them top tier. Otherwise, we'd have shut down businesses. Is Josh a gamer? Wow. You just got called out by Jacobians. Josh is probably way more of a gamer than I'll ever be.
I'm a gamer.
Josh is not a collector.
No, I'm not a collector. That might be the thing,
Yeah.
but also I don't like a lot of Nintendo's consoles past in between the Super Nintendo and the Switch. I think that everything in there is trash. Wow.
So you mean you like the Super Nintendo? So
Super Nintendo is one of the greatest consoles ever made.
yeah. So N64 to Wii U,
Yes.
you're not a fan.
No.
Yeah. Except you love the N64. Let's keep going with the list.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What else do we got? We got the attack. This is the 32X on a Genesis.
Yeah, you pull those apart, you boom boom, you got a double. I think I got a flawless victory.
Are you frequently picking up those together, or are you just getting a 32X if you're getting one? Is it usually with a Genesis?
It's a 50-50 for me.
It's a 50-50?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. So
let's say in this situation, I find them both.
So you're thinking you can turn these into gloves and
They
punch
easily
them.
pull apart. I've easily got.
You could put them back together on the knife and then be like, ha ha.
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Neutralized. Back
And it
together,
could
I'm
could
playing
have
games.
a Sega CD attached to it too, to which then you're like 3.
Well, that Tower of Power is like a Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers kind of a situation, or a Voltron situation.
So you're winning this.
I'm winning
100%. Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna go ahead of that.
All right.
What is this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Shadow Realm. Just Shadow Realm it. Who cares?
Okay. Yep. It goes into Shadow Realm
All
if
right.
we can't detect it.
It looks like a PC engine, actually.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know.
So there's an Atari in here somewhere. But
yeah, I think your cursor's right. There probably. Yeah, that one and the one to the right of it, 5200. I don't know anything about the Ataris, but people on the chat have been saying that they're tanks. So I'm going to say, old 80s tech is going to be a great
it's probably
situation
made
for
out
you.
of wood and is like, as heavy as a car.
Imagine someone comes at you and they get a splinter because of the wood in the Atari.
Yeah.
Goes right at him.
An Atari could, as far as I know, have like a whole cathode tube ray in it. Like, who knows, right? It's as heavy as a CRT.
Literally, no one knows what's inside an Atari. I don't know if you know that.
I played them when I was very, very young, and
I was like, I hate video games.
Yeah.
And I played a Nintendo.
I played Yars' Revenge, and I was
changed
like,
my
this
mind.
is cool.
Yeah.
I liked Yars' Revenge.
All right.
So what do we think?
I think
Threat neutralized?
Threat neutralized.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Same
with the 5200, which is the one to the right with the silver bar.
This guy.
Yeah, it's a tank. It's a mighty tank.
But sometimes all you needed to do is take a hit and get that knife stuck. You can do a twist, throw, and run.
That's why it's a threat
good.
neutralized, but not necessarily a flawless victory.
Right.
It's just a lot of bulk here happening. So,
right.
Okay.
What else do we got here?
We got TurboGrafx 16.
Which one is that one?
That one
This
to
guy?
the left.
This guy?
Yeah. That TurboGrafx 16 is going to be an ouchies on both sides. It's a very thin console, but it's long, so you're going to have a nice reach on that. But it's going to break
Only
apart
one
pretty
controller
fast.
port, though, right?
You're thinking of
What
the
am I thinking?
Panasonic. I want to say that's.
I thought the 32.
That's the 3DO.
I thought the TurboGrafx had one, and then you plugged another one.
No, that's the 3DO or the CDI. It's one of those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those are dumb.
They're dumb. I don't know what these other consoles
This
are.
is another Genesis, isn't it?
That's a pull apart with a Sega CD attachment on the bottom.
I think that's probably not as good as the 32X, right?
Which is why it's going to go into the ouchies on both sides. I'm going to fumble getting that
You
apart.
don't think that you'll be able to, to get that
Too much bulk.
without injuring yourself.
Yeah. I don't know what these other consoles are below here, Josh. So
I
let's
don't
just
either.
banish them all to the Shadow
The Shadow Realm for you.
Realm. Yep. All right. And that
Is a complete tier maker,
our
baby. The first time we've ever done it.
Oh, wow.
Where it was all of them.
Last week
let's look at this. Does this fit?
Does this correspond to S tier to F tier consoles?
Correct.
So on the S tier right now, we've got GameCube. I'm going to say that is, I like the Xbox more in that generation for multi-platform, but I think exclusives, it's really hard to beat the GameCube.
Oh, PlayStation 4. Where's the PlayStation 4?
It's probably on there and we just forgot it.
It's
I mean,
one
and
of
you got
these.
like multiple versions of the PS4 you got to deal with.
Yeah.
So.
I think that this doesn't quite.
It's close.
No, because nothing. There's only one console in this top line that belongs to be there. Wait, is this the PlayStation 2? This is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, never mind. There's two consoles in here that belong to be in there.
The N64 and
the
what else?
GameCube? No, it is the 360 and the PS2. And then this probably would need to be ahead.
All right.
There's some glaring omissions.
Yeah. I love
it's not bad though.
It's
not bad in terms of an actual what is good, what is not list.
So
here's the Wii U way down in the bottom where it belongs.
Yeah,
See, the NES I feel like is too low. The Super Nintendo is way too low.
I have no desire to go back to the Wii U and play any of the games except for maybe Kirby Canvas Curse.
And Wii U that was a
Rainbow Curse.
Yeah,
that's
Canvas
DS.
Curse was a DS game, right? Yes. Wait, the Wii or Wii U?
Wii U.
The Wii U is way too high then, like in this list, in terms of if this was a thing. But this wasn't. This was a list for defending yourself, and the Wii U is right where it should be. In fact, everything is where it should be.
It is.